fresh off of haircuts.
Fresh cuts.
Yeah.
Went the same day.
Yeah, this dumbass scheduled an appointment at the same time as I did.
I didn't know. It was funny because we got to the same place, and I emailed the owner, scheduling an appointment. And it was funny because he knows both of us, and he's like, he knows about the podcast too, and he says, I think Hunter's coming in around 3:45. If you want to come in and talk, I might get you in early. Y'all both be there. Nobody looked at me. So we were there sitting, and what all did we talk about?
Basically a podcast.
Yeah, it was basically a barber podcast.
Like one of them LeBron James shows.
Yeah.
LeBron James getting a haircut, and they're cutting absolutely no hair because he has no hair. I don't know what his show's called. I think it's called The Shop.
Yeah.
Nobody watches that shit.
I'm just doing implants.
They have to be. I mean, I don't know what he... I read something once. Floyd Mayweather used to pay an ungodly amount of money to get a haircut every week.
Why can't he just do it himself?
Think about that for a second. Floyd Mayweather has zero hair.
Yeah.
So why is he... He's going to the barbershop to talk.
Right.
But I guess they're doing his facial hair. I don't know. But he's paying an ungodly amount of money to do it.
What was I going to say? Couldn't he just do it himself? Because wouldn't it just be easy to just shave your
Good
head?
atmosphere. Say it's a reason I go to the gym. I don't go to the gym. I mean, I can lift at home if I wanted to.
Yeah.
There's no atmosphere. You go to the gym, you go to the barbershop, you get some atmosphere.
I guess.
What you eat at home, or do you go to a restaurant to get some atmosphere? I mean, it's it's just a thing we do as people.
It hits different.
Yeah, but we were talking about celebrity boxing.
Yeah.
We talked about Tyson fight. When was it? 2 episodes ago, probably.
Yeah.
It wasn't last episode because it wasn't last weekend.
No.
But we were talking about other fantasy boxing matchups. Celebrity, and I mentioned Johnny Manziel versus Jake Paul. Is there any other ones you can think of? Fantasy boxing matchups? Because I've got a couple.
Name a few.
Easy one is Donald Trump versus Kim Jong-un.
Oh, God.
The battle of supremacy of the 2 nuclear countries. That would be really fun. Who else we got? Dana White, Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Bob Arum versus Dana White.
Dude, Bob Arum literally looks disgusting.
He looks like death.
He looks disgusting, and he is a disgusting person. But now they're going with Floyd versus Logan Paul.
I thought it was a joke at first.
I didn't think it was a joke because Floyd fought that Japanese guy.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he told everybody, "This is my first ever MMA fight," because he was fighting a Japanese MMA fighter.
Yeah. He was doing promo videos of him in an octagon.
Yes. All right. So it was an exhibition in Japan against like I don't know what the weight class would be in kickboxing. He's a kickboxer too.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been the equivalent of a UFC flyweight. So he's like 127, 128 pounds.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather has fought at 154 pounds before. So he's 25 to 30 pounds heavier than this guy. And then he changes the rules to straight up boxing. Because if that guy was able to kick Floyd Mayweather,
Floyd be done.
he would have kicked Floyd Mayweather's ass.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather checking a leg kick? Not
Have
happening.
you seen his legs?
Not happening.
They look like twigs.
Imagine Floyd getting hit with some elbows.
Oh. You're like,
What is this? What is this kind of combat? Yeah, but and it turned out to be a straight up boxing match, and he knocked him out in like the first round.
yeah.
Yeah, I was not surprised to hear that he was going to fight a non-boxer in a boxing match because he knows he's going to win and make a lot of money doing it. I guess he's broke. I guess he's spending too much money at the titty joints.
His little strip club.
I wonder if he still has that strip club in Las Vegas.
I'm sure.
The one that they went and interviewed him at.
Yeah.
I probably should have went to that while I was there.
You probably should have.
I don't know what it's called.
Well, I'm trying to look up. Just Logan Paul was on Below the Belt with Brendan Schaub. I guess he's going to be talking about the fight. I don't know where exactly they talk about it, but I'll search for it. But Logan Paul is a big guy.
Yeah.
And Floyd is like, okay, Logan Paul is like what?
6'2".
6'2". And Floyd's like...
Probably like 190 pounds.
Yeah. And Floyd maybe
5'8".
a little bit taller than me.
5'8". Probably about 155 pounds.
Yeah. And...
It's a lightweight going up against a middleweight.
Yeah. So there's a factor there.
Oh my god.
Just kidding.
Oh my god. Alright, this remember when Conor fought Floyd?
Yeah.
And we were like, Conor's bigger.
Well, people around here are like, dude, Conor's gonna beat his ass.
Dude, I could have made a fortune off dumbasses around this area
Oh, yeah.
at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I just wasn't as into gambling as I am now. If
Yeah.
I was into gambling as I am right now, I would have made a fortune off that fight because of these momos around here.
Right.
He's got the power. Floyd's old as hell.
If
Conor.
he's gonna catch him with the...
He gonna catch it. Yeah, that's all you're... He's gonna catch it.
Yeah.
No, professional boxers have never caught him. How's a damn MMA fighter gonna catch him?
God. How will a YouTuber catch him? How will a Viner catch him?
Nah, I don't have the answer to that.
Do you enjoy these celebrity
Yeah,
boxing?
because they've actually been good. I didn't like Tyson Roy Jones at all.
No.
I liked the Jake Robinson. Is it Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Jake Paul, Nate Robinson fight. I like that.
Yeah.
There was a lot of meat left on the bone in that Roy Jones fight. You knew they were a lot better than that.
Yeah.
Roy especially. Tyson looked good, but Roy, there was no other dance partner.
I'm just so surprised that Tyson just looked better, performed better than Roy Jones when Jones has been out for 3 years. And it's been 15 years since Tyson
even
fought.
Yeah, but these celebrity fights have actually been decent. Like the KSI Logan Paul
Right.
one was really good.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, the ref ruined the fight.
Which one?
The second Logan Paul KSI fight.
Oh, okay.
The ref ruined the fight by taking all those points.
Yeah.
He should have just... I mean, it was the first professional bout,
Mm-hmm.
so they enforced the rules a little bit more. They don't
Yeah.
know the fucking rules. He should have had the ref that was in the Anthony Joshua fight last night, and we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
He should have had that ref because that ref let everything go. And we should have had that ref for the... Logan Paul might have beat KSI in that second fight if he didn't have all those points taken. But
Right.
KSI kind of fell off the map, and he won both the fights. I mean, the first one was a draw, but you know he won. Like, he won.
Right.
Where's his big matchup? I guess he's just not as popular.
Why don't he fight? Well, Jake Paul. I don't know.
That would be the one to do, but...
I think now they're looking at bigger celebrities because he called out, ridiculous people.
He wanted to fight Joe Biden. He must be a big Donald Trump guy.
Kanye West
He must have
too.
been pissed off at the voter
Yeah,
fraud.
I mean, they should fight celebs. Don't fight boxers.
No!
I think we
Like,
had
one of them
this
should fight
discussion.
Tyson. They should do like a double bracket, like a real old men fight,
Yeah.
celebrity fight, the winners fight. So Jake Paul should be in line to fight Mike Tyson.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's just a suggestion. If you want to be legit, you
Right.
calling out Joe Biden, what credibility does that give you if you beat him?
Yeah.
You beat Mike Tyson, you're a legend forever.
And we talked about this when we were getting a haircut. It reminds me a lot of Celebrity Deathmatch, the claymation show on MTV.
Yeah.
See, I never watched that, but I know what you're talking about.
It was great. Stone Cold was like the best.
Yeah, there were WWE
Yeah.
stars on there.
Stone
Yeah.
Cold was the best on it. Marilyn Manson.
Oh my god. But yeah, so
It's real life celebrity deathmatch.
so we got keys to the fight. How does Logan win the fight? Long jab.
Yeah.
If he knows how to jab. You know which? You know Marcos Maidana, the guy that took Floyd to the limit.
Yeah.
The first time they fought. The second time they didn't really do much.
He kind of fell off the map and gained weight.
Now he's trying to make a comeback, which
Yeah.
is kind of wild because that was years ago.
A while back, he just got heavy and
Yeah,
His gun
he
tapped.
made a lot of money.
he did.
So
Let's celebrate.
they said, he said, his trainer told him, the only way to beat Floyd Mayweather is to throw 100 punches a round.
Mm-hmm.
You fight Floyd Mayweather for 12 rounds. You got to throw 1,000 punches.
Did you?
He says you have to do that to look like you're the more active fighter.
Mhm.
You're going to catch him more times if you throw more times.
Just look more.
You're not going to be worried about his counter shots as bad because he's not a power puncher.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to have the endurance, and you're going to get frustrated if you miss him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But that's, to me, seems like the logical way to try and score on Floyd Mayweather.
Side note: did you think Madonna won the first Floyd fight? It's been a while
No.
since I've seen it.
No, I did not. Actually, every Floyd fight I've watched, I don't think anyone's beat him. So,
Oh, okay.
and remember Canelo? They ruled that a draw. That one judge,
Yeah.
dumbass. But
That was probably his best performance
ever.
I've ever seen.
Yeah, but that's the formula to beat Floyd Mayweather, in my opinion. I'm not a boxing expert, but it sounds like a good idea.
Hey, Logan Paul, this is the
Logan
unhelpful
Paul,
advice.
you gotta throw 100 punches around, bud, and you're gonna have to be worried about counter shots because you're not a boxer.
Right.
So if he cracks you, it's gonna affect you different than it would Marcos Maidana.
Yeah.
So I got Floyd Mayweather in that one, pretty big. If anybody, I want the Conor sexuals to come around and cheer for Jake Paul. Logan Paul, like the way they did for him, Conor back in the day.
Yeah.
I want them to come out and be like, Floyd's old.
Logan's big.
He's big. He's in the gym. Okay, bud. So I want that to happen. I want them to come out of the woodwork again.
Yeah. Call us out too.
Yeah, call us out, please. I want to talk about the AJ fight. Did you not get a chance to see this man? Anthony Joshua.
I was on Instagram. I was scrolling through, and I just saw the ducking uppercut that he made.
All right. Anthony Joshua is a problem.
In a good way.
He's a very big, strong, powerful athlete
Yeah.
that boxes,
Yeah.
and he's getting really good at the boxing. He was spawning uppercuts on this guy the whole fight. He would land 4 in a row, Teddy.
It was kind of like Gustafson when he fought
Teixeira.
Teixeira.
Oh my God, that was one of the best fights I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The uppercuts?
Yeah.
Alright, I don't remember a long time ago, we were getting shit on. I think we were getting shit on as a tandem for thinking Joshua would beat Wilder.
Mm.
I double down on that right now.
Yeah. Everybody else thinks Wilder's like...
It's the hype machine.
It is. It is.
This guy's from England. They don't see him as much.
Yeah.
He lost to a fat Mexican guy. The Mexican guy's kind of good. The Mexican guy caught him.
Yeah.
Andy Ruiz.
Mm-hmm.
He went and beat him again. He went and beat him.
Right.
Made that right. And came out and just brutalized Homeboy last night. Pulev, who's a decent fighter. He's not a great fighter. He's a decent fighter. But he absolutely... He did what a heavyweight champion ought to do to a good fighter and just brutalized him.
Well, I have his post-fight interview if you want to listen to it.
Send it! I'm a big AJ guy.
Yeah, I've always liked him.
I like him.
On the ad.
Where do Matt blockers at, though?
Yeah.
There was actually fans at the fight last night.
Floyd Mayweather, is that right?
Yeah, he was there, and there was like $2,000.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Can't have that here.
No.
You're right there behind the microphone. Thank you very much. Champ, Chap.
Is that Gareth Davies' voice?
Okay, Chap, many congratulations. You retained your belts. How do you feel?
On to the next one. It's a tough old game. Can't get too comfortable as champion because we're going to be up again in how many months would you say?
About 5-6 months.
5-6 months?
Well, you want sooner?
I would definitely.
Okay.
That was the first fight after how long? Over a year, yeah. So shook off a bit of ring rust, and I'd like to go again soon so I can keep up the momentum.
Usyk? Did he just?
Calling it
Did he
the road
just?
to the undisputed.
Let me go back.
Did he just call out Usyk?
Well, you want sooner?
I would definitely.
Okay.
That was the first fight after how long? Over a year, yeah. So shook off a bit of ring rust, and I'd like to go again soon so I can keep up the momentum.
Do you know who Usyk is?
I don't believe so.
He's the cruiserweight champion. So the weight class below heavyweight.
Yeah.
And he's an absolute
Monster.
motherfucker. Yes. All right, continue that interview to see if he talks about it anymore.
We're calling it the road to the undisputed. Is it Tyson Fury next?
I'm calling it the road to whoever's next because I'm just knocking them off one by one. Pulev was #1 with the IBF, serious challenger. He came, tried his best, and he got defeated. And then we'll be on to the next. Respect to Tyson Fury, he's a talented guy, got loads of fans, and he'll make for a great competition when the time's ready. Last year, you know, my road to undisputed was well on, and now I've refocused step by step. I hope you can appreciate that.
Isn't it time for you to hold all the belts, though, or at least have the opportunity to hold them all?
We'll bring in my manager, bring in my promoter, ask them. I'm a warrior. This is my first time back in London after how many years?
2 years. 2 years.
2 years. It's my first time back. We've been on the road. It's good to be home, and I'll fight anyone. You know that. I've been challenging some good opponents. In London? Yeah. I'm happy to be back home.
And you've clearly got a great fan in Floyd Mayweather. He came to see you tonight. What did he say to you? What did you say to him?
I could hear him shouting. His bling bling was blinding me from certain angles. If I can hit them numbers that he's doing, I'll be doing the same thing. He's living life, travelling the world. He's retired, and he's a great inspiration to the boxing community. So it's great to have him in the house. It just shows heavyweight boxing is back on the map.
I think there was a sneaky F-bomb in there that I'll have to...
Okay. He looks just like a good boxing champion.
He looks like it.
He just looks. He looks it.
So does Wilder.
Yeah.
And then you got Fury. Cole. Who's the shit-talking best boxer out of all three of them.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're in agreement. I think Joshua beats Wilder.
Mm-hmm.
I think it goes to a decision, but I think he beats it.
Right.
He outboxes homeboy.
Yeah.
Does Joshua beat Fury?
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no for right now.
Yeah. I think he's making the right decision and
Getting some fights in.
Yeah. I don't think people are like, oh, he's dodging Tyson. I'm like, nah.
That's not how that works.
No.
I mean, there's some weight classes where guys duck people,
Yeah.
but all these guys do this to they schedule fights that are similar to the guy they're gonna fight.
Yeah.
Like the style, like if you're gonna fight a really good southpaw, you want to fight the the average southpaw before you fight the champion southpaw.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I don't know if it's necessarily like you can call it a tune-up fight, but it's more of a
style fight. I mean,
style or preparation for the style that
yeah,
whatever.
It's not like they're throwing them in there with bums. They're throwing them in there with specific styles.
Yeah.
So I like it. I don't need to fight now. There's no fans.
No.
Get that. They're both from the UK, Fury and Joshua.
Yeah.
Fill up one of those soccer stadiums.
That'd be awesome.
All 90,000 people.
That's awesome.
Save it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm wanting the Jones Stylebender fight saved. They're gonna that new stadium in Vegas. They're just gonna throw that fight in there, and it's gonna be insane.
UK has
Take the vaccines.
UK have vaccines, and we have the vaccines now.
So take the motherfuckers so we can make these fights, right?
So that was the boxing
Boxing
first
review.
half talk.
Yeah, boxing review.
Yeah. Let's see what's next.
What's on the dossier? What kind of word is that?
Whatever that was. So, you kind of called me out again. on this cooking phenomenon.
No, it's not a call out. It's where the hell did it come from? We all have hobbies.
Yeah.
Here in the last 2 months, you've had a very unexpected one come out of nowhere.
I don't know.
And I'm just curious on where it came from and like how and how, why, what, when.
Okay.
Because yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you explain it.
It just happened. I don't really know. I think it's just where, I moved in with Erica, and now it's just like it was a thing I started doing, and then now it just became like I'm kind of interested in just, it's dinner time, I'm going to start cooking. We'll start prepping. Now it's just a hobby. And it just happened. So I've just been cooking every single weekday, pretty much.
How long does it take you to cook these meals?
40 minutes maybe. Just depends on, a lot of it's steak, a lot of it's chicken, fish. Those are like the 3 main meats, and then just
so you're a meat eater, dude.
Yeah. The amount of steak I have eaten in the past 3, close to 4 months is literally insane.
Vegans that are about to listen to this are going to be clenching their fists, dude.
Meat.
Yeah. It's good for you, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. I think,
All right.
I guess it runs in the family.
Go ahead and talk about that.
Because my brother's a chef. He's a chef in Charlotte.
Very elite level chef.
Yeah, he is. And he's kind of well known in Charlotte now as a chef. My grandma was a good cook. Mom's a good cook. I guess it just, runs in
See,
the family.
I'm confused because it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't think you cooked for yourself
No.
at home.
Mommy cooked for me.
Right. I picture you as if you had to cook for yourself, you would make some mac and cheese. That's just what I think. And then you go from mac and cheese to these gourmet meals, and I'm like, where did he learn this? Why? Like, what happened?
I think it was just, let me see if that worked.
It's survival. I'm out of the house now. I have to live. I have to eat these foods to survive.
I think it's also my way of, it's like a contribution way where I'm staying with Erica and with her kid and stuff, so I'm providing food for them again. So it's my way of sharing.
Oh!
I guess that could be a way, and then I'm like, yeah, this is kind of fun.
I'm just confused. We went to so many cookouts together, and you've never volunteered to cook, and you cook your ass off and fucking where's this been for the boys for the last 8 months or so?
It's
been non-existent.
And
Cole's over here flipping hamburgers at the cookouts, and Teddy's just sitting there. And Teddy's a cook. I mean, you help a man out. Bring a dish.
We talked about doing an episode where me and Cole have a cook-off.
And I'll tell you what, we're going to lay this out there.
Yeah.
Cole is a very wild chef because he gives no fucks about health. Extra butter, he uses it.
Yeah. That was another thing,
He's
too.
all about the taste.
That was another thing, too, because growing up, Mom would just, my whole family would just make food for it to taste good.
Right.
Not necessarily healthy. And then now, since I have I'm the one doing it, I guess I wanted to cook them in a way where it's not
beneficial.
Yeah, beneficial and healthier. So mine may not taste as great as Cole's.
Dude, Cole's got a certain few things that he makes that are ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid to step on the scale afterwards.
Right.
Because of what they'll do to me. But he might, for this cook-off, we might have to have him make those things.
Right.
Because we're not calorie counting during this thing.
Right.
We can throw Bush in there too if he wants to cook anything. I think he's washed. I think he's kind of washed as a cook. No one talks about the food he makes.
Wash as in he'll just wash our dishes.
Yeah, you don't want to wash Cole's dishes. He makes a damn mess.
But it's fucking good.
So yeah, it wasn't a call out. It was just like where did it come from?
Yeah, I don't really know. It
Like,
just started happening.
well, I mean that's a good thing to be into. I guess you could be into worse things like drugs or something.
I guess so. Yeah.
So yeah, so Teddy's into the cooking.
Yeah.
It's about time we ate something that fucking his for once. I mean, Jesus Christ.
There's a lot of changes too. Like I'm cooking more. During quarantine I finished the book, and I haven't read a full length book. Like I've listened to audio, but I haven't really sat down and read much. And I was telling Erica this. I was like, I need to find a way to get off my phone.
Yeah.
And during quarantine, see at night I would just like go through all the social medias and stuff.
Imagine if you're still on TikTok.
Yeah.
You would be donezo.
Oh yeah, for sure. So,
Dude, it's a little side note. I was at the gym the other day in the locker room. I was waiting on my partner to get there. And I was looking at my phone. And this guy literally comes up to me, like, kind of hunches over me and goes, "Are you working out your eyes?"
oh,
And I was like,
excuse me.
I mean, how do I respond?
It's like I kind of like it, but what a fucking asshole. It's a little motivating, but Jesus
I'm like,
Christ.
oh,
All right,
God.
Jocko.
Yeah, he's like, "Are you He wasn't even like a big jacked guy or anything. He's just a regular guy. Just,
okay.
Are you working out your eyeballs? I'm just like,
You want to go have a squatting competition, Dick?
yeah, yeah. Go see me out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, during quarantine, at night, I would just be reading. I'm like, hey, this is probably beneficial to read rather than just be on my phone constantly.
it is.
So I got 2 other books that I'm gonna try out and see if that's another hobby. Because in college, when as an English major, that's all I did was read.
It's required of you. That's
Yeah.
the thing I was talking about. Like going back to AR, like it was
Yeah.
required to read, and
Yeah.
then when it wasn't required anymore, I lost.
Yeah.
Because I loved to read when I
Right.
was a kid, and then when it was not required anymore, I just stopped doing it.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. Like you were forced to read certain things that you just didn't really were interested in. But then when I find a book that I'm interested in, I'm like balls deep in it. So.
Right.
So maybe that's going to be a new hobby, which would be great. And get off my fucking phone.
Right.
But yeah, new hobbies. That'd be a New Year's resolution.
Facts. We'll do a pod about that,
Yeah.
and I'll go off on resolutions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get heat for that.
I'm going to start working out.
Yeah, we'll talk about that first 3 New Year's.
Yeah. All right, on to the next. So 2 more things. This is kind of like media stuff. I'll save that one for last. I'll introduce it. Vice posts an article. Being a cop could soon require a 4-year college degree in California. And I kind of like that idea.
I'm gonna tell you why that's not a good. I'm gonna tell you why that's not gonna help.
Right.
I don't think education's what they need. I
Yeah,
think
that makes sense. The training.
I think the training is what they need.
That's what I thought.
2 year people. Some people don't even go to college to be a cop.
Yeah.
But if you go to a 2-year school and become a cop, you already have more experience than the guys.
6 months.
Yes. The academy might need to be longer.
Mm-hmm.
They're like the defund the police argument. You can't defund the police and expect them to become better policemen.
Right.
Because people won't become cops, and you
Right.
won't have the resources to be better cops. Requiring cops to become 4-year college students
educated.
would turn them away. It could
Mhm.
turn them away. Because
Right.
there's certain kind of people that become cops, right?
But that also might be a good thing if you really want to be a cop and that's your dream to become a cop. I think people like that tend to be they won't be as like the dirty cops, you know. Oh, I'll be a cop. I'll be going to the academy for 6 months.
Dirty policemen.
Yeah.
Because we forget about dirty policemen. All we hear about is, the policemen that get caught up in these situations where they shoot people.
Right.
We don't hear about these cops, tampering with evidence and dirty cops like that.
I looked at this article as like, oh, maybe this 4-year college degree also includes training.
What is the reason for it?
Right.
What is the reason for requiring that? Is it... I don't know.
Right.
What is it?
This data-driven bill relies on years of study and understandings of brain development to ensure that only those officers capable of high-level decision-making and judgment in tense situations are entrusted with working in our communities and correctional facilities.
I don't know if college solves that. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. And I'm going to tell you, Jocko Willink said 20% of a cop's week should be training.
Yeah.
Say you work a 5-day work week. I don't know cop shifts.
Right.
Say you work 4 days out of the week. Your 5th day you'd be training all day. You do that once a week. You know how many times cops train now?
Yeah. How much?
0 times a week. Just think, 52 weeks out of the year you're training one day. You get 52 training sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's shooting, whether it's diffusing situations, whether it's going to open forums talking about how to become better.
He basically wants it to be a comparison to military.
Yes,
training.
because just think about how meticulous military training is.
Oh yeah.
You're training young men and women to go overseas to prepare to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Cops are here dealing with people every day. Every day of their lives.
Yeah.
They have to be well equipped with training to deal with these situations.
Yep.
And
especially your own people.
yes. And when you get pulled over by a cop, how do you feel?
Scared.
You're scared.
I've never been pulled over. That's the thing.
You know what happens when I get pulled over?
Get
I get really pissed off.
Yeah.
I bet you every one of these blue Blue Lives Matter guys,
Yeah.
when a cop pulls them over, they get mad as fuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just think, when you pull somebody over, they're automatically angry at you. They don't want to be held accountable in front of you when you ask them what they were doing. You get a speeding ticket. The other guy was speeding too, but hey, I got you, bud.
Yeah.
So you're being lied to constantly.
Mm-hmm.
You're worried about your own safety, and they're worried about their own safety. It's a mess.
Yeah.
So you have to have really competent officers to do that job.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that requires training more than it requires extra education.
You think of age too, because right here it says the evidence is clear the prefrontal cortex of the brain is not fully developed until age 25. It is with similar logic that youth must be treated as youth by our criminal justice system.
I don't think so, because we're sending people in the military at age 18.
Right. Right.
You know why we send people in the military at age 18? Think about you at 18. You're a raging... I mean, your balls are working fine. Like, you're just...
I want to shoot guns.
Yeah, you're just wilding out, and they know that.
That's so...
That's why they're in high school at lunch, giving you free bottles of
milk.
Giving you free shirts and backpacks, because they want you to join them.
I forgot about that.
They do that when you're 18 years old, dude.
Yeah.
So I don't
You want
think
to join the milk? I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, and they send you all kinds of emails.
Yeah. Phone calls.
So no, I don't think there should be an age. That's what I'm asking. Why would they do that? Is it the shootings that happen?
Mm-hmm.
Because do you know what? As much as they're awful and they look bad on cops, and they really do, it doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
Compared to the interactions they have every year, a small percentage ends up happening like that.
Right.
So we're ostracizing good cops here. And we're trying to change all the ways to become a cop. And I just don't agree with it. So I definitely think there needs to be more training and more exercises. Jocko Willink said every cop should be provided a chance at free jiu-jitsu. They should be. They should. Every department, every sheriff's office should be in compliance with a martial arts school to teach them how to fight unarmed. Because I don't think they know how to fight unarmed.
Right.
If you know how to grab somebody in jiu-jitsu, you know how to grab somebody.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't train jiu-jitsu, you're not going to know how to grab somebody.
Right.
Joe Biden doesn't. He wants to ban chokeholds from police officers. That is a way to subdue suspects.
Yeah.
I know a couple people have died from these chokeholds, and that's on the officer.
Yeah.
But if you take away their ways to subdue suspects, you're putting them in more danger. So we got to get educated. I think that's a great idea.
Well, jiu-jitsu, practitioners know how it feels, I guess. So if somebody's putting somebody in a chokehold and they don't know, how to properly do it, they're going to hurt somebody.
What do you mean?
Like, say, I'd rather have a well-trained
You'd rather have a
police
cop who knows what he's doing than a guy who doesn't? Yes, you would. Because he would know.
Common sense.
He would know if he's. He would know how to finish you. He would know how to subdue you. Like it's just the right idea.
In a way where it won't be so, harming to the. Like somebody.
Because you would know what to do.
Yeah, if somebody's plastered, and they're, they're off the rails, and you don't want to hurt them, but you want to,
Yeah. You just want to calm them. You just want them to stop doing what they're doing.
Right.
So that's just my opinion on that whole thing. I need a reason why they
Cops shouldn't be overweight either.
God. They should be in shape like the military.
Yeah.
I like treating it like the military. How's that?
Yeah.
Because we send men and women every day to fight our battles overseas. We need men and women here to keep us safe.
Yeah.
And we need them to train like it, and we need to respect them too.
Yeah.
Because they're doing a very hard job.
There's another thing too where I don't know where I saw this, but some situations police aren't needed. Like say somebody in a house is like mentally like going insane, but he's not harmful to anybody. But the police go in and then just ruin the whole situation. Have like a doctor or a psychiatrist go in and talk them down.
You know what would help those situations? More training.
Yeah.
Because they would train. More training doesn't mean going to the shooting range and shooting at targets. Yeah. I'm talking about situations.
Different forms of police officers like that. Psychological police officers.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And Andrew Young said change the name police officers to guardians. I was like, what are the Guardians of the Galaxy? Is fucking Batista gonna come pull me over?
Speaking of aliens.
Yeah, we'll segue into that. That was a good talk.
Yeah. So, NBCnews.com.
NBC?
Yeah. Former Israeli space security chief says extraterrestrial exists and Trump knows about it. A Galactic Federation, this is in quotes, has been waiting for humans to reach a stage where we will understand what space and spaceships are.
Oh my God. Alright, is there more to the quote? Because I'll let you finish.
Let me see if I can find. The unidentified flying objects have asked not to publish that they are. Humanity is not ready yet. Former head of Israel Defense Ministry Space. Interview Friday. Respect. Well, here's a video.
I just don't know how I'm going to answer this.
Sorry. You know,
It's Christmas time.
yeah, cocktails, Christmas drinks. Make it count, Jack Daniels. Come on.
Aliens aliens exist and President Trump knows about it. That's according to Israel's former space security chief. In an interview with an Israeli newspaper, he said the aliens have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are. NBC News chief global correspondent Bill Neely explains this one.
Hi, Alison. Well, this is quite a story, and it comes from the man who headed Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years. Chaim Eshed is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years. Not immigrants, but extraterrestrials. He has called them the Galactic Federation of Aliens, and he says
like a
President
wrestling
Trump is
commercial.
aware of the existence
Star
of these
Trek.
aliens and had been on the verge of revealing their secrets, he claims, but was asked not to do so by the Federation in order to prevent what he calls mass hysteria. Well, the retired general says the US and Israel have kept it from the public because, quotes, humanity isn't ready and the aliens don't want to reveal themselves until humanity can evolve, he says, and understand what space really is. Well, the good news is that he claims an agreement has been reached between the US government and the aliens, a contract to do experiments here. There's also, he says, a secret underground base on Mars where there are American and alien representatives. Now, this former head of a branch of Israel's defense ministry is 87. He was very well respected,
Oh, God.
at least until now. And he said all this in an interview with an Israeli newspaper in Hebrew, but it's really taken off after parts of it were published in English by the Jerusalem Post today. He says he's come forward now in the hope that his news will be accepted as true. He notes that if he'd made these claims 5 years ago, he would have been hospitalized, but now he says, I've got nothing to lose. Well, so
About
far,
dead.
President Trump has not tweeted about this, though remember a year ago, he did
He's
set
a
up the
puss.
Space Force as the fifth branch of the US Armed
They
Forces.
did make the Space
Well, we
Force.
did ask the White House, the Department
Recently,
of Defense, and Israeli officials to comment. So far, they have not responded to the NBC News request.
All right, we talked about this last week.
Yeah. 2020 is insane.
Aliens.
What do you think about that?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm ready for it.
You're ready for it.
Give me
Well,
some
the good
aliens.
news is they seem friendly.
If there's
They're
representatives,
patient.
if their representatives are meeting with ours in Mars, with contracts, what kind of pens were there up there? Like, did we sign a laser? Like, what's going
I
on?
don't know what they look like.
All right, we've never been to Mars on record.
On record.
If Elon Musk doesn't have a hand in this, it doesn't exist. So.
Right.
So I don't believe this 87-year-old man.
Is he like who's the guy that was on Rogan's podcast? What is his name? The guy who like confessed that he saw aliens at Area 51.
He didn't see aliens. He
Or
worked on the crafts.
He walked by a room and he thought he saw an alien.
You talking about Bob Lazar?
No, he wasn't on Rogan, was he?
Who?
Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar's been on Rogan.
Okay, yeah, he said that. He walked by.
Bob Lazar never saw an alien. Bob
He wasn't.
Lazar worked at beside Area 51 and saw the crafts.
Mm.
He never saw an alien.
Oh, okay.
He saw the crafts and saw how they couldn't have built that. That no one could have built that. That's what he saw, and he
Right.
worked on those things. So
Okay.
no, he never saw an alien. That
Documentary. Who the? Never mind.
Huh? No, I don't know of anybody that's been on. Because he had that Commander Fravor, I think it's his name. He's the one who saw the Tic Tac UFO, the one that went
Yeah.
and a godly amount of speed through the. And it was so cold, like the temperature of the object was so cold it couldn't have been one of theirs.
Right.
So there's been a couple of those guys on Rogan, but no, never one that saw an alien because that would be insane.
Lazar additionally claimed that during his joining the program, he read briefing documents describing the historic involvement of Earth in the past 10,000 years with extraterrestrial beings described as gray aliens from the planet orbiting the twin binary star system Zeta Tequila. Anyway.
All right. So they're talking about when mankind is ready. The only mankind that is ready is Mick Foley.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Like I said last week, we can't even handle the COVID.
Right.
We can't even get on mask and anti-mask, vax, anti-vax. Alien?
At least I'm.
Aliens? We're gonna handle aliens? Alright, the aliens are doing us a favor. They're
Yeah.
saying, we're waiting till y'all are ready.
You guys have COVID.
Thing is, we're never gonna be ready for aliens.
No.
Ever.
Because they're pretty much saying, you
We're
guys,
getting
you guys
we're
can't
getting
carve the hand in
stupider.
this. Yeah.
Alright, we're getting advanced, well advanced in technology. Like I said,
Ungodly.
I've said that like 7 times today. I'm trying to quit. I'm trying to think of another word. We're getting incredibly modern. Like the amount of technology we're pumping out right now.
Right.
We're relying on that technology and we're becoming stupid.
Yeah.
We're not becoming. I'm not gonna say we're the stupidest we've ever been because we were monkeys at one point.
Like the side note, Apple headphones.
What about?
They're like $600, and we're stupid enough to pay for that.
Well, we got cars that drive us around now. Like we're just gonna get
Yeah.
stupider.
Yeah.
The more we rely on the technology, we're gonna get stupider.
Right.
We are trending towards really stupid. Just look at the politics in this nation, how stupid we are right now. We're never gonna be ready for aliens. The world's never gonna be ready for aliens.
They always just be like,
I don't know about these guys.
we've been waiting a while. No. Let's just go back to Jupiter.
It's just like I'm trying to think of like a comparison. Like someone who's just very impatient.
Yeah.
He's just sitting at the door like, hey, is it time to go yet? And you know you got these guys still brushing their teeth and still getting ready, and they just can't get ready, and he's just like...
The angry boyfriend and the girlfriend is just taking forever.
Yeah. And like the one gray alien's like, come on, let's go! And she's like, I'm not ready! That's what's going on with the aliens right now.
Yeah. Well, if this is true, then maybe we don't have nothing to fear if people are scared of aliens. Because it seems like we're willing to, hang out with y'all, but you guys can't comprehend us right now.
I told you
Get
that
on our
they'll be
level.
able to talk to us by looking at us.
Yeah.
Through their brain. Whatever's in that gray skull of theirs.
You know how Elon sent a car up to space? What if he sent that to the aliens? We're like, this is what I got. This is what I can do. I can comprehend
Could you
guys.
imagine Trump having a meeting with the aliens? It's like, sorry, I just got back from a rally. I did very great. Lots of people. And they're just like, I don't give a fuck about your rally.
I think he's scared. I think he's...
Oh, he's scared anyway. He's
Yeah.
a vagina anyway.
Yeah. So I'm not going to tweet about that. Jesus Christ. You know when he got...
What if it's his last day, in January, and he just declassifies everything, like the JFK murders, like just that will be his greatest.
Elvis is still alive.
That would be his greatest contribution as president.
Yeah. Spilling the beans.
Just leaking
He would go to jail.
Yeah.
But that'd be the greatest thing ever.
It was.
So
Are you team alien guys?
no. I'm good. I believe they exist. I'm not, conceited enough to believe that we're the only human beings or beings.
Of existence, yeah.
And how vast is this universe? There's other universes. Just
Yeah.
think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Space is infinite, and we're the only ones here. We're the only ones making babies.
A lot of baby making right now.
You're forgetting about the Greys.
The gray.
Grey's Anatomy up there. Forgetting about the Grey. Y'all watching the wrong Greys.
Oh,
I'm watching the real Greys on the History Channel.
Yeah.
Ancient aliens.
That guy with the hair.
Talks like. Yeah. So no, I'd rather believe that they're real and not have to be proven right
Yeah.
than to be proven right.
Yeah.
Because we'll all die. It'll probably be a horrible death.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how they would kill us. They might just melt us to death.
They kill us like in Avengers. We just
We'll just crumble to dust.
evaporate. Yeah.
That's probably how they'll kill us. I don't think they use fire. I don't think that.
You'll just see me
They're
sitting
so
there.
smart. They wouldn't need to blow up the universe. They just do it. They just what? They would keep the Earth intact and just get rid of all the people.
We go out sitting on this table. We just ash away.
I wouldn't want to have it any other way. I wouldn't want to have it any other way.
Oh, damn.
Last thing you see is us eye to eye just fade away.
But in the Avengers, they come back because that makes sense.
Yeah.
They come back through
There's
some.
always a good ending with that.
Yeah, okay. Come back through some portal. Who came up with the portal? I mean, I don't know.
All right. Well, that was the
That was the episode.
yeah.
Oh,
And,
God.
Oh yeah, but I think next week is going to be our last episode of the year.
Season finale, if you will.
Yeah.
Then we'll come back with some resolutions.
Yeah. It's going to be a. It's been a long year, and I guess we just want to take like a 2-week break, Christmas break, and then the New Year's, and then we'll come back, refresh, new people.
New people. New talking points.
I mean, if we survive this year,
Oh, God. Oh, God. I'll talk about that on the 2021 podcast.
Yeah.
People complaining about the year.
So maybe next episode we can bring in the crew.
This next episode, we're going to try and recap everything for everyone.
Yeah.
In case you missed anything that happened, in case you forgot anything, which I've forgotten some things that have happened that are important.
Yeah.
We're gonna scrape the bucket on 2020, and hopefully nothing happens the week after, because then we'd have to do an emergency pod and talk about
Oh yeah.
it. So
This was crazy, man.
yes,
This might be the last episode.
yeah. So we're gonna get that planned, and yeah. So that's what we got coming up.
Yep. Well, thanks for sticking around.
Yeah, thanks for listening. This was a fun discussion.
It was.
Barbershop-esque.
Oh, shout out to Uppercuts. I'll get them on. We even talked about it.
That'd be incredible.
Yeah. Do the podcast there. Then get a cut.
That wouldn't work. We couldn't get a cut because we'd have to wear masks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't
Well,
work.
after.
Yeah.
After the pod. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we're out.
Hell yeah.